Hey everybody, this is Bob Cargill again. Just a few more words about social media from Harvard Square in Cambridge. It's a beautiful night, as I said when I checked in a few minutes ago. Geez, the temperature is so unseasonably warm here in the Boston area, here in Harvard Square. Feel so lucky, so blessed, and there are so many people outside tonight enjoying it as though it was a April or May day, evening. Just a really, really nice night. Consider myself very, very lucky to be enjoying this moment, these moments. And thanks for tuning in, Periscope folks and Twitter folks. And if I share this on Facebook, all my Facebook friends, thanks for tuning in. One point I want to stress right now about social media, and I'm thinking to a conversation I had this afternoon with a few folks, a conference call about an engagement, a speaking engagement I have in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be on a panel with a few others, and we were talking about how we want to introduce ourselves before we launch into our remarks, and what would we say in 5 or 10 minutes. That's very, very important, the crux of the matter, if you will, regarding social media. And if I would say one thing to brands, to people who want to use social media for professional reasons, I would say be yourself. Don't think of it by any means as traditional marketing. Don't think you can use traditional marketing tactics to be effective on social media. Ain't gonna work. No way at all is it going to work. That's like trying to stick a square peg into a round hole, if you will. You need to be yourself. You need to be human. You need to put a face on your brand. So that's what I would start off my talk saying is brands, whether you're B2C, whether you're B2B, whether you are a corporate logo representing a company on Twitter or an individual, you need to just be yourselves. And that's what brands struggle with. They want to still use corporate speak. They want to still use social media like it's just another marketing vehicle. And it's not. It's very different. So that's something I can't stress enough. It makes me think back not just to this afternoon, the conversation I had with these folks regarding this presentation we're going to give in a couple weeks, but it takes me back to 1990, long time ago. I know maybe some of you watching this weren't even born. I know I'm dating myself, but going back to 1990 when I joined Toastmasters, and I had, around that time, or shortly after I had joined Toastmasters, I had the opportunity to be president of a Toastmasters club. And I remember, I forget his last name, but I remember the gentleman's first name. His name was Bill. And he was one of the ones who was recommending me to be president of the club. And I said, I have no idea what to do, how to carry myself, how to behave as a president of a Toastmasters club. And he said, just be yourself. And that advice in that instance carried me far. And I wish Bill was hearing this. I wish I could convey this to him today, some 26 years later. That advice has carried me so far throughout my career, and certainly on social media. And I think that's why I took to social media so quickly. Once I discovered it, the hallmarks, the principles of social media back in 2004 when I started my blog, I realized, hey, this is business, this is marketing, but it's different. It's more human. It's what they said in the Clue Train Manifesto, a great landmark book written back in 1999, 2000 or so. Bright orange cover. Look it up on Amazon. You can probably get it for a few bucks. Definitely worth reading. It talked about what the internet in general was built for, and it talked about what we are doing actually right now and what social media is for, and that is conversations, that is community, that is no more top-down, one-way, interruptive monologues between business and consumer, but more two-way, interactive conversations, communities where your customers and your prospects are talking about you, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. So why not? And not only why not, you absolutely should join the conversation and try to lead the conversation, try to engage with prospects and customers. And again, this is whether you're B2B, whether you're B2C, or whether you're B2B. It's the B2B folks, businesses, brands that struggle with, oh, that's not for me. We're too buttoned up. We're too conservative. And it's the B2B folks that really need to be reminded and have pointed out to them that that's what social media is all about. It's being human. It's being in the moment. It's being authentic. It's being transparent. It's being immediate. It's doing things like what I'm doing right now. Now picture me, not in my running gear, because I'm running tonight. I'm taking a pause in Harvard Square here to deliver this riff. But picture me in a business suit at noon in the spring. Beautiful day. I've rehearsed a little bit, not an extemporaneous riff. And I might have a tripod or a selfie stick, something to hold the camera more steady. And I'm delivering a message to 10,000 viewers as opposed to maybe just 10 or even one. Think of the power of that message. If you're the right person with the right number of followers, delivering the right message at the right time. Okay? Live streaming video, Periscope, Twitter, blogging, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram. I could go on and on. And I will. The next time I deliver a little riff, a little monologue, although I'd like it to be interactive. So always available to answer your questions, always available to converse when it comes to social media. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. I know I'm going to have a great second half of my run. And when I get home to Sudbury, I'm going to relax for an hour or two before I go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and do it all over again. Bye-bye.